Hello everyone, I am Megha from Couple of Expats, and if you clicked on this video today, you know we are talking about studying in Finland. So, Finland has become an increasingly popular location for studying because our little secret has gotten out that Finland is a beautiful place to live, that there is work-life balance, and a very good education system. So, we're gonna dig deeper and we're gonna share our insight of whether we think that is it worth it to study in Finland. We have studied here and we have also worked here, so now our perspective has changed over the years, and we thought what better place to discuss this than right on campus at University of Turku or Turun yliopisto. So let's get started. So before we dive right in, you might be wondering, when and where did we study in Finland? So we studied right here at the University of Turku, and we started our studies together actually in the autumn of 2018. Chris had actually been here before for his exchange studies, and he loved the city. He loved the vibrant student culture and how this is a very student city, so he decided to come back for his degree studies. Actually, did you know that every fifth person in Turku is a student? Because our population is about 200,000, and among those, there's about 40,000 students living in the city, so that's quite many. And for me as well, I came in 2018 because I had been accepted into the master's degree program, Molecular Biotechnology and Diagnostics. And the really deciding factor here was the fact that University of Turku was offering me a full scholarship for 2 years. That is the whole duration of my studies. And while I had applied to universities across the world, this was a really important deciding factor, and that is what brought both of us here. Because the education system here is based on equality. So both of us were coming from very competitive education systems, so we knew how that can affect your mental health adversely and can really take you away from the main point, which is learning. And that was a positive change in Finland because we discovered that in Finland, learning is more about self-improvement rather than how you compare to your peers. So we were positively surprised, and we think that during our education, we really utilized the best of learning rather than how we compared to others. Also, in Finland, the universities here are very much equal, and people here believe that all universities have a similar standard or quality of education. So there isn't much competition of which school that you are going to go to. However, if you are looking for a university that ranks well on a global standard, then you might be interested to look at University of Helsinki or Aalto University, because these are situated in the capital region, and that is also where the majority of the job market is for internationals. So that might be something of interest to you. Point 2. Slow and steady wins the race. Now that might sound funny, especially in terms of education, because we're so used to hearing the faster the better. You hear parents talking about how their kid has skipped a grade, or how somebody has been the youngest graduate from university. But in Finland, it's quite okay to take your sweet time to study. For example, for one who's admitted to a bachelor's and master's program, have a maximum of 7 years to complete their studies, whereas someone who is admitted for a master's program has 4 years to complete their studies. And in both cases, it's also possible to get an extension of your study rights if you have completed your requirements. But in all cases, it's good to check with your university first that what is the allowed duration of studies. But what we have found is that it can be really flexible, and the reason for this is because the education system is designed for allowing students to also work while they study, so they gain the needed work experience already during their studies, and combine both working and studying, so one can both study, work, and they can take their own time and study at the pace that suits them. Point 3. Using modern study methods. So, imagine yourself studying in Finland. How do you see it happening? Do you see it right here Perhaps sitting in this lecture room, listening to your professor, interacting and learning in a classroom? Or do you see yourself studying from the comfort of your own home? Or perhaps you see yourself studying within a group and learning from each other or from a book. Irrespective of what you chose, all of that is possible because in Finland, you get to choose which courses you're interested in. So when you're admitted to a degree program, there are a certain number of courses that you have to complete and other courses that you can choose based on your own interests. And in our experience, we have seen that courses have different study methods. Some of them are based on attending lectures, some of them are based on studying a book and giving exam, some of them are more of a group work style. So it is possible to have various study methods combined during your studies. Also, remember that there's a lot of flexibility because you are choosing the courses that interest you the most. So we really appreciated having the flexibility and choosing courses according to our own timetable. So, point number 4, is studying in Finland free or not? Is this the part that you've been waiting for? Because here we go. Studying in Finland requires tuition fee if you are coming from outside the EU or the EEA area. It is free for citizens of the European Union. So from outside the Union, if you're coming from outside the Union, the tuition fees vary from about 4,000 to 18,000 euros per year. Currently, when we are making this video, now there is a possibility to get scholarships, and that is what happened in my case. My degree program would have costed about 12,000 euros per year. But I received a full tuition scholarship. In Chris's case, since he is a citizen of Latvia, he was not entitled to pay tuition fees, and that is how we both studied for free in Finland. So that brings us to the final question. Was studying in Finland worth it? And we both agreed that the answer to that question is yes. We fondly remember our student days. We have made the most out of the education system here and are successfully working in our fields. And on top of that, we graduated without very huge student debt. So we are very thankful for that as well. And a Finnish degree is of value everywhere in the world. And that is a pretty good fact as well. So for us, the answer is yes. So the question is, do you think studying in Finland is worth it? And are we gonna see you in Finland someday soon? So that is it for us. Please like the video if you feel like you've learned something new. Let us know in the chat in the comments what you thought, and subscribe for more. Thank you.